Do you love using more money to make less money? And do you love enduring sleepless nights dreading getting suspended? In this video, I'll break down why FBM is safer, cheaper, and better for your cash flow, and why I don't think I'm ever going to sell on Amazon FBA again. So the first one is cash flow. When selling on Amazon, you've got to think about the cash flow cycle when it comes to selling on either FBA or FBM and consider whether FBA or FBM is right for you. So in either case, you're going to buy a product, maybe it gets to you in a week. With FBA, it's going to take 2 to 5 weeks to check in and go active on Amazon. And then sometimes there's FC transfers because Amazon wants inventory at specific warehouses. So that could add several weeks to everything. And then your item's going to go active. Amazon sellers try to sell their stuff within a month, although it rarely happens. And then it's going to be 2 weeks for your payout in both situations. With FBM, you're cutting out the inbound time of 2 to 5 weeks. And you're also cutting out the FC transfer time that sometimes ends up being weeks. For example, a friend and I both purchased 20 units of an item that we were going to sell for around $200. So that's at least $4,000 of inventory. He was doing FBA, I was doing FBM, and it was October. His stuff took several weeks to go active, and then it added another 4 weeks of FC transfer, and so it took a really long time for this stuff to go active. Whereas for me, I sent it to my house, I listed it the next day, and I sold through within about a week. I was able to see that the stuff was selling really quickly, reorder more, and sell through that next reorder before his stuff even went active. And so, of course, the devil's advocate to this is that his hourly was better, and that's definitely true. But if you're trying to learn and make knowledge gains quickly and money gains quickly, FBM cash flow is the way to go. And so now the next thing is that being FBA puts you at a higher risk of getting suspended according to so many people that I've talked to and experienced. I've talked to a ton of people in my Discord, which there's a link that should be in the description below, or if it's not there, send me a message on Instagram. And also in Facebook groups. And most of these people that get suspended are people that are doing FBA, and they usually do a relatively small amount of sales per month, like under 20,000 in sales per month. And so I've hardly heard of any FBM sellers getting suspended. And this makes more sense because Amazon does not want liability for your potentially counterfeit items. And so if they smell any hints of them being a problem, they just don't want that in their warehouse and they will deal with it. And unfortunately, we've signed our rights away selling on Amazon, and they can suspend you at any time and keep your items. Which leads us to the next point of if you're Amazon FBA, you have a higher risk when you get suspended because all of your inventory is at Amazon FBA and they do not have to return your items. Although I think this is super unfair, that's just the sandbox that we're in. Amazon is not probably going to return your items for you. And if they do, they're going to charge you a lot of money in order to pay the removal fees. Whereas if you're FBM, you're going to be able to just list that stuff on Walmart or eBay the next day, potentially. You might not sell it for as much, but at least you're going to get a good part of your money back. And that will be a much better situation instead of having all of your money at Amazon FBA and losing thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory because of that. So in summary, I don't think I'm ever going to sell on Amazon FBA again in a serious way. The cash flow is so much better with FBM, assuming you pick the right items that are actually going to sell quickly. I'd rather have a lower risk of getting suspended, and I'd rather have less at stake if I were to get suspended. So if this video was helpful to you and helped your business out, then feel free to help my business out by subscribing and leaving a comment below. If you'd like to connect, Instagram's the best way to connect, and I'd love to talk to you. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and take care.